Works for me.
Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome my very special guest, Sherry from Shari-Voices from the Swamp. How are you doing,
Hello,
Sherry?
hello. I'm doing good. Trying to get a million things done. Decided to dress up for Christmas today. I'm even got my jingle bell on.
You look adorable. I love
Thank
it,
you.
love it, love
Put
it.
my party hair on.
Everybody loves it.
I
Everybody
love
loves it.
wearing this thing. It's so cool. It's a itch to have to brush, but because it's not real hair, so it can be difficult. The cat had got into it after I wore it the first time and like knotted it all up. And I probably lost half of it just trying to get all the knots back out of it. And so I'm like, I'm gonna have to get another one now. So
Well, you look
because they have all
adorable.
different sizes. They have like really super long ones and they have little short ones and they have buns and they have all different variations. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to get me an arsenal and then just play around.
You are definitely the party lady. I see you have gold bells on your ears and you have a bow on the top of your
They
head.
go together. They match.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
They're a
And you
matching set.
you you look very festive.
Thank you.
You have this keen awareness of festive and parties and celebration. I'm not sure it doesn't come that easy to everybody. I don't know if you realize that it
Yeah,
just
I guess I like to go to parties. I like to have fun. I like to make everybody smile and they have fun. So I guess that's where it comes from. I don't know. Uh I like to see everybody have a good time. And I mean, if I go to an actual party, like at somebody's house, I tend to be a wall hugger because I'm not as boisterous in person, I guess, as I am online. It's a little
oh,
bit of a barrier here, but now once they get to know me, then they can't shut me up at a party. Then I'm making the rounds once I know everybody. But if I don't know people, I tend to be the wall hugger and kind of wait till I kind of get a feel for the room. And but I just like to see people have fun. And
mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
guess because it was always difficult to do that as a kid because my mom was a single parent raising two kids and she didn't have time for that. As much as she would have liked to, she just didn't have time for that. And
Right. Well, we can all see your tree behind you. Can
oh yeah,
yeah.
there we
Mm-hmm.
go. See my
Such a
little there it
and
is right there.
And what this is reminding me of is I have something out on my community tab that I'm asking for those of you who would like to share your holiday festive pictures. You can send them to me at sunpsychicjean at Hotmail. And I'm going to put together a little collage and do a video and feature everybody.
Oh,
So if you
cool.
just send me the.
I put a
Mhm.
reel up on Instagram
Oh,
last night with my tree, and then I have a little platter thing that I set out that has very rough stone basic carving of Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus. It was
mm-hmm.
my mom's, and I don't even remember where she got it, but for someone who wasn't religious at all, that was one of the first things she would break out at Christmas time was
Oh.
her little Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. So I've got it
Mhm.
sitting up, and we've got like a window cut out between the wall this way and the kitchen, between the living room and the kitchen. And there's like a window cut out. So if you're at the sink, you can talk to whoever's in the living room. And so I put it there and
Oh, that's so special.
took pictures
Yeah.
last night and then realized you could see the dirty stove.
Hey, look,
I
it's
haven't
the
finished
holidays,
cleaning
right?
and been cooking yet. I said, "Oh well, I'll just crop as much out as I can and pull it in real tight." So,
Well,
um,
Lady Silver is saying, Sherry, you look beautiful.
oh well, thank you.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
party day. I'm in a party mood. I'm gonna party with Jean, and then I'm gonna go party with Mel, and
Yeah,
um,
So we're
We're gonna
having
have a
Sherry's
I'll
going
be
to be
exhausted by
hosting.
tonight, so
It's a celebration of hitting 20K for Mel Dore. Is that
yeah,
correct?
Mordor just hit 20,000 subscribers, and he called me up a few weeks ago and said, "Hey, I hit 20K," and I said, "Oh, that's fantastic." He said, "Well, you're the party girl, so what do we do? How do we have a party?" I said, "No problem, I'll take care of it." He's like, "Well, I'll pay you," and I said, "No, you won't." I said, "I don't want any money." I said, "I'll do it because I love you, and that's good enough for me."
Mm.
So Aiden and I have been putting everything together, and we'll be kind of hanging out on the outskirts, shuffling people on and off, and
I will
doing what
definitely be there later on this afternoon, later this evening. It's evening for me, and
right.
I will definitely be there. But you'll see all your favorite readers, or all your favorite.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I
mhm.
sent out I think like 40 invitations of people that he wanted me to specifically make sure they were invited. And I've gotten, I think, about 20 to 25 that said that they can make it. And, some will be early, some will be later. I said, we don't expect you to stay more than 10 or 15 minutes. And then Aiden and I were talking about it. We were like, well, maybe we'll just bring on like two or three people at a time so that it's not overwhelming and Mel can actually talk to everybody. And then 10 minutes and you're out. We're going to cut your site, cut you out of the deal and bring the next one in. So I
I
think that'll be fun.
I think that the party and Mel is in good hands with you and Aiden together, working all the details. And you show us how to do it. You did the first one. You show us how to do it. And if you're working on a cycle there, and you can bring people in, I think that's wonderful. I
That,
I think that's
and if
wonderful.
anybody else has this, birthday, anniversary, anything like that coming up, and they want to do a party online, shoot me an email, man. I mean, I'll be more than happy to help you set it up or do a thumbnail for you or, whatever. I mean, it just takes a little extra time, but it's not that difficult to do. I mean,
Mhm, mhm.
um,
I definitely need a Canva lesson from you, from somebody. I definitely need. I went on there. I did. I thought, you know
I
what? I'm going to try this Canva. I couldn't even find where to begin. I'm like, shut it
yeah,
down.
I was like that when I first started with it. I was like, okay, there's no directions here. What do I do? And I don't remember now. I emailed somebody and said, okay, how do I get started on this? And they were like, oh, just click on this and it'll show you what to do from there. And I was like, okay. Then I found the how-to videos, how to do this, how to do that. And
Oh.
so I started watching those. So they have Canva. I think it's on YouTube. They have a YouTube. I know StreamYard has a YouTube channel where you can click on and watch videos on how to do different things with StreamYard. Just like YouTube Creator Studio has videos that you can click on and learn how to do different things. So, and I believe Canva has one too. I don't know if it's on YouTube. You might have to get them directly from Canva. I'd have to go look. But they have some how-to videos just to help people kind of get an idea of what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know why I didn't think of that. I think
because
I'll
you could
do
do
that.
videos and stuff too. Now I haven't done that yet because I haven't figured that part out. I haven't
Mhm,
had time to
mhm,
really play with it that much. And the
mhm.
other stuff, I do a page and then I duplicate the page and then I'll take out most everything from the first page and then leave a little more on the second page and I make a video that way. So that's probably like the long way to do it, but it's the only way I've been able to figure out how. But in Canva, if you play music, you can set the settings on the picture of the things going in and out or transitioning. It'll time it in the beat of the song that's playing. So
Wow.
everything will move along with the song, which is kind of cool. and you can sync it up.
Brilliant, Sherry. I don't
Mm,
think you realize, and I think that's what's so beautiful about you. You really don't realize how brilliant you truly are. You really are. It's amazing. You're such an inspiration to all of us, really. And what everybody, I do see a couple of readings. We are going to be doing readings, a couple of questions for readings,
cool.
and I just want to say thank you to everybody for coming in. I see Peacock Rainbow
Absolutely.
is here, and Joyful Journey is
Hi,
here.
Joy people. Hi, Lark.
And Lark Kemper is here, and
And
KCT is here, and Jessica Lynn is here,
hi, Jessica.
and Lady Silver is
Hi,
here,
Lady Silver.
and Tasha,
Hi,
and
Tasha.
Teresa,
Hi, Teresa.
and Ness. I see all of you. How nice. How nice. So we are going to be doing just a variety of readings. I do have a tarot deck here that Sherry inspired me to get. And I wanted to show her that I have them right here.
Oh, fantastic.
Sherry's my teacher. Well,
I
I shouldn't.
love those. I got a new Oracle deck that I finally got through. It's not a new Oracle deck, it's an older deck that I just got. But I like it. It's really cool. And then I had the regular deck, but I just got this from Hay House. It's the pocket edition. And it comes in a little tin.
Oh,
And
nice.
when you open it up, it comes with like the little book is all miniature. And these are the cards. That's how small they are. They're itty bitty. So, and I have like a regular normal size um, deck for that, but that's the I just got that in because I'm part of the deck club on Hay House, and so
Oh,
every 3 months you get a box, usually with two of the newer decks about to be published or that just got published, and um, and you'll get that and usually a little something extra. In this last box I got, this was the extra, was the pocket edition. The time before that, the extra was I got a pocket edition of the Light Sears,
wow.
and they're even smaller than the other deck. I keep dropping the doggone things, yeah, because they're so little. But
I'm gonna say
anyway,
hello to Fatima. So nice to
hi
see you.
Fatima.
Thanks for coming by.
Is it Fatima or is it Fatima?
I know.
I
I
never
know.
know which way to say it.
I think it's taro or taro, you know? I don't
Yeah,
know.
tomato, tomato. I guess some people are sensitive about how you pronounce their name.
Mhm.
Some people don't care. So
Yeah, let us know if it's Fatima or Fatima.
I'm using my Angel Tarot deck today. So I
Ooh,
just I
that's
was pulling out
beautiful.
cards, and that one jumped out at me and said, "Pick me, pick me."
Everybody just loves your hair, Sherry.
Thank
You're
you.
so
I bought it
and
from Timu. It came from Timu, and it was like about $5, $6, I think. It's not that expensive. You can get, they come all different colors, from natural hair colors to like purple or green or blue hair colors. You can get like, this is just like a ponytail. It's got like
mhm.
the claw clamp, and you just clamp it onto your hair. And then I usually use a barrette because it looks
Mm,
funky in the front.
mhm. No,
Um,
that looks great. It really does.
and but they've got like, this one was originally curlier, but after I wore it the first time and I set it on my desk and forgot about it, and the cat got into it and had it knotted up in this humongous mess, and it took me almost a week to get all the knots out because I had to brush and comb it out, and by the time I did, the curl went with it. So it's like a little bit curly, but not like it was originally. Um, but
So I think it
oh,
is Fatima. She
it
said
is
just like the
Fatima.
lady is
Okay,
Fatima for Portugal. Okay.
okay.
All right.
Um,
Good to know.
because I
Good
know
to
we
know.
have a Fatima church like a couple of blocks from me, so I didn't know if it was pronounced the same way, and it's a school too. So
Mhm. I think she answers to both. She's so sweet. So let's go ahead and get started. What do you say? We jumped on
yeah,
early
let's
because
jump in.
we have a time schedule to keep today. And the first one I see is Ness, and she would like a card pull for the week.
A love, love a card. I thought she said a love card. I was going to say, I don't think I have a deck that's a love deck, but I might have to look into that. Oh, let's see. What do we have?
So, Ness, I pulled from the Kyle Gray Divine Masters deck, and I pulled Metatron and
You got it.
Sandalphon. He put them together. I'll show you in a moment. It's called, the message on it is sacred connection, synchronicity, divine connection, and understanding lessons. And this is Metatron and Sandalphon.
That's cool.
And they
I love
always
the
come
deck.
in together. And I thought that was really brilliant that he put them together on one card. I love
I
that.
watched Hay House had a webinar with the author that wrote that did those cards.
Oh,
He's a young guy from Ireland, Scotland. I don't know. I couldn't tell. The brogue was really deep, but I was like, what did he say? As I'm sitting there listening to it. But he was, somebody had asked him about why he had all of the saints and ancestors and stuff in the deck, all these different nationalities. And he said, well, because they all come from different cultures and different cultures look different. So I had to make the cards, if it came from India, then they're going to look Indian, and if it came from China, they're going to look Chinese, that kind of thing. I thought, now that's awesome, to take into account where they're coming from. I mean, if we show Arturians, they're blue, right? So why wouldn't you show, if somebody's from Africa, that they look African? I mean, made sense to me. But he was nice. I liked him. I enjoyed that.
all
And I interrupted
inclusive.
you. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, being all inclusive, he wanted to include everybody's original image. I think
Yeah,
is beautiful.
yeah.
So, what did you pull for Ness?
Okay, I pulled from my Angel Tarot deck. I pulled the Nine of Fire, and it says, "Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself." And then I pulled the Ace of Air, and it says, "Brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation. You could have a challenging beginning with it, but because you can see the truth, you'll be able to flip right through that. No problem. So just don't give up. Keep your focus, and you'll do good."
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, thank you, Ness. All the best to you. So Pierrette is here, and she says, "Any messages from my spirit guides? Are they working overtime?"
They always work overtime. I know mine do. They probably, oh, please go to sleep.
Mm.
Let's see what we got.
Mm. So, Pierrette, I pulled the Four of Wands, and I'm looking at my little helper cards, and it says celebration, joy, harmony, marriage, home, community, and homecoming. So I think that this is such a beautiful image of what you can expect for you. And I feel as
Absolutely.
though we are, sorry, they're solidifying the fact that there's a homecoming, lots of celebration, joy, and harmony. And this is what I got for you. Look at them celebrating back there. Now I
Yeah,
love this, that the cards are bigger.
I love this. I love that deck. I just pulled mine out.
So
Okay. Are you done?
I am.
Okay. I pulled from the Enchanted Map Oracle. I pulled Talisman. And it says, a lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. And so it's talking about wisdom allows you to recognize the traps on the road and the familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. And it helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. So trust your wisdom, trust your intuition, because it's not gonna lead you astray. It's you have the ability to see what's right and what's true.
That's beautiful. Really, really nice. Thank you, Perrette. All the best to you. And thank you for your question. So let's see who we have here. Peacock Rainbow would like to have a reading on financial for the next 6 months.
Okay. Well, that one just jumped right out.
Oh, they jumped. I had jumpers too.
Yeah, that one.
Perhaps. I don't know if that's symbolic. I don't know. Oh, so I feel as though you may be feeling constrained. You may be feeling, sorry guys, hang on one second. All right, I don't know what that was, but I feel as though you may be feeling constrained or restricted, and this is what I was pulling for you. But you can see that the bounds or the ropes or the ties are very loose on her, and that you can work your way out of it if you put your mind to it. But you're not. Um, it does say that you feel this. It's not necessarily true, but this may be indicators around you, but it's not actually the end of the story. This is only a temporary position that you may be in, and you'll eventually work your way out of it, is what I feel. How about you, Sherry?
Well, I pulled the Six of Pentacles. So that's telling me that once you work your way through what Jean just described, you're going to be receiving and sharing the wealth of what you've learned from that lesson. Because then I pulled the Three of Cups, and that's celebration. So sometimes we have to go through a little bit of darkness to get to this point, and that makes this point that much greater to celebrate. Takes a little work to get there, but once you get there, it makes it that much more enjoyable.
And be kind to yourself, Peacock Rainbow. And she says yes. Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Hi, Warrior Girl. She said, I am working, but not getting any returns.
Been there,
It
done
might,
that.
yeah, it might take a little bit of time there, Peacock. Okay. Thank you very much. So next I have Tasha. And she said, could I get a reading if Dustin feeling towards me? Will he stop from preventing me from blocking me from jobs? So I'd like to maybe address that nobody actually has the power to block anyone else. The only time that they do is if we give them the power to do so, or if we believe that they have the power to do so. I'm not sure who Dustin is. Is this an ex, or is this a coworker? I'm not sure what the dynamic is here, Tasha. If you want to elaborate a little bit, it might be a little bit easier for us to read on. Yeah, I think I would need to know a little bit more information if that's okay. If Tasha, you can give us just a little bit more about the scenario.
Yeah, what Because I mean, I'm pulling here, but
So
it's
maybe
kind of,
do you want to come back to Tasha and see if she can come in?
um, yeah, we can do that. I'm just going to leave those two cards out because that's for her. So I'll just use my other deck for the next read.
All right. So we have Jessica Lynn is here. Hi, Jessica. And she says, may I have a message from my spirit team regarding progress on my spiritual journey in 2024? Very nice.
Good question.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have divine knowledge. It's Melchizedek. And it says, higher learning, commit to your vision through study. Here is Melchizedek. Higher learning and commit to your vision through study. So it's very encouraging that he's supporting you on your uh, lessons and the divine knowledge. I feel as though I'm not sure if Jessica, if you've taken the Akashic record readings classes, but that may be something to help support you on your journey as well. But this is such a confirming card to support your endeavor in 2024. How about you, Sherry?
Yeah, and Val from Dragonfly Crystals and Next Level Channeling, she's giving classes on the Akashic Records because I'm hoping I can get in on her next one after the first of the year when my schedule kind of evens out a little bit more, um, because I want to learn how to do that myself. So um, I probably can already do it. I just don't know how. So I know sometimes things come out and I'm like, oh, where did that come from? So, and she just laughs at me and says, yeah, yeah, you picking it up. So I'm like, oh, okay. um, Again, I pulled talisman, which is telling you to, trust your wisdom, trust what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Um, and then I pulled home, and it says you are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. I think that's important to realize that while you have to learn to trust your wisdom, what you know, what you're getting from spirit, and realize that they're letting you know that you're home. You're exactly where you need to be at this point in time. You just have to trust what you have and then realize that you belong there and accept that. And then from there, the rest of it will just kind of fall into place as to what you're what direction you're going next. So, and they will let you know. And they'll put
I
it
feel that's so true for you, Jessica, that it's in your divine plan to work with your spiritual development and become a teacher or a healer and or a reader, whatever it is that
exactly.
is in your desire, or all three. But it's definitely developing in your future, Jessica.
Just like
So
when I found this community before then, I'd never picked up tarot cards. I didn't even I mean, I had seen them. I had seen people play around with them, but nobody serious, and I didn't know anything about them. And then uh I once I stumbled into this fantastic community of people that we have, and one of the readers, Angela Cardamancy Mesquite, she started messaging me saying, you're a reader, right? You do realize you're psychic, right? And I'm like, yeah, not really. And she's like, no, really. Give me your address. And she sent me a deck of cards. She actually sent me two decks of cards. And she was like, just practice along with when you're watching a show. Do it yourself, at home and see what you get. If you're getting what they're getting. If because I'm still learning how to read these cards. There's still a lot of it I don't know. In fact, I'm going to be offering a class myself come January. Let's learn tarot together, kind of thing, and just like every week take a couple of cards, and that's all we focus on is those couple of cards. And I'm going to try to get like maybe different guests to come in and work with me on that, that
That's a
because
good idea.
everybody looks at the cards differently. I did something similar with Jeffrey from Right Color.
Mm.
Uh, got about a year and a half ago, I guess, before his apartment got burned down and he moved to Mexico. Um, and we did a 1 hour show on just the Hangman, and it was just because he's an artist, he looks at the cards differently than how I looked at them, and he started talking about he was looking at this and looking at that. I was like, I never
Mm.
even thought to look at what color the cards were, or did they have the same background if you've got 3 or 4 cards spread out, or does the background tell the story as you're walking along, as you lay them out, and all that kind of thing. I was like, wow, that is so cool. It was like ding, 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 ding. The bells started going off for me. I was like, oh, another element, And so as I watch people and listen to them talk about the cards as they draw them, that I learn. I've been learning how to read them and kind of changing up what I do and how I do it. So, and it's all perspective, I guess, and what spirits leading you to. They're going to
It is.
bring out what you need to know.
It is because you can hold up the Queen of Swords one day, it'll mean one thing, and the next time you hold up the Queen of Swords, it might mean something totally different. And
Something, yeah.
it's so complex for sure,
And
for
if you're
sure.
doing a spread, it depends on where in the spread that Queen of Swords falls as to
Oh
what
yeah.
meaning goes with that card. And I mean, most of the time for us here, we're just doing, 1, 2, maybe 3 cards. So very simplistic. You're just giving a basic reading on that one element. But if you're doing a full reading for somebody, then you're doing a spread, where you're looking at the whole, a whole plethora of cards to spell out the situation. And it helps to know what position that card's in as to what that card story is telling you.
Mhm, mhm.
Because depending on where it falls, depends on what it might mean. And I'm still learning. I mean, it blows me away every day when I figure something else out. I'm like, oh wow, I never thought of it like that.
Mhm, mhm.
Or I see somebody else do it because I'm catching them, catching a show that they're doing. So yeah, that's
It it is amazing, it is amazing. So it looks like that Tasha is
not just
back, and she's saying that,
her
that sh
former
she
boss.
never dated, and he cheated before I moved. We never dated.
But a
Um,
little earlier, she says former supervisor. Yeah,
ex former supervisor. We never dated. He cheated before I moved. Are you talking about the same guy? Oh, oh. Um, I'm not sure if that cleared
maybe she
anything
was
up.
maybe she was contemplating dating him, and he started dating somebody else before that aspect
So
happened.
let's just see if we can get a yes or no answer for her and see if whatever the dynamic between Tasha and Dustin will will this prevent her from getting a job? Will the dynamic between Tasha and Dustin prevent her from getting a new job? Looks like it. Wait, will
It
Tasha be?
changed mid
I
swing.
know. Will Tasha be able to get a job when? Will Tasha be able to get a job? Yes. Will Tasha be able to get a job if she is entangled with Dustin? Now it's going in a circle. So you may have something there, Tasha. You may already know this. You may
Yeah,
already
because I
know that.
asked if Dustin was preventing you from getting another job, and it's like big yes on my pendulum. Um, but I pulled when I had pulled cards earlier before, and I was like, I was looking at the cards saying this doesn't make sense. Now it kind of does. But the first thing I pulled was the Five of Pentacles. You know, it's making you feel like you're going to get put
Mm-hmm.
out in the cold if you don't do what he wants you to do. Um, and so you're sitting with that Knight of Pentacles, and it's like you're all dressed up and ready to go, but what direction do you go in? And you've got somebody trying to dictate to you not only when to go, but how to go, where to go, why to go. uh, these are not real positive cards for you as a person. This comes across to me more as a warning to make up your own damn mind.
Yep.
If he likes it or not, doesn't matter. It's not his life that you're working towards. It's your own. Because if it's somebody that has your best interest at heart, then they're going to support you in whatever direction you want to go in, full out. There won't be an issue. You know, they may question a decision you make because they don't understand it, but they're going to be there for you regardless. You know, if they have, I mean, unless they see you literally going down the toilet on something and they
Yeah.
trying to stop you from hurting yourself.
And just to reconfirm there, Tasha, that Dustin has no power over you other than the power that you give him, other
Right.
than the power that you allow him to have. So it's up to you to make the decisions for yourself and don't and not to allow his opinions or his energy to interfere because he nobody has any power over us, and it's only what is in our what we make up or what we feel or sense or imagine might be happening. But take your power back, Tasha, and make
That's
those
right.
decisions for yourself and not worry about that.
I mean, I think back in the 90s when I decided to go back to college to get a degree. And when I approached my husband with, I want to do this. Hi, Miss Tarot D.
Hi, Miss Charity.
And that's my love of
Bestie.
my life. She's something else. But I mean, my husband was 100% behind me. He was like, if this is what you feel you need to do, then do it. And he went out of his way to support me in every way he could. You know, when I would get home from class, dinner would be ready for me. I mean, I would literally come in and he would take it out of the oven, and I'd have a hot meal waiting for me. I mean, he took care of the laundry, he took care of the house, he took care of our son, he did all that stuff because I was working full time and going to school full time, both. So, um, yeah, I mean, if it's somebody that truly cares about you and has your best interest at heart, then they're going to support you and not try to control you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
Thank you, Tasha, for asking your question. We appreciate you
absolutely.
being here. Okay, so we have KCT. Is KCT still here? She says, I would love to know if spirit are regarding me or guiding me and supporting me and my love this week. We are staying positive. Aw, of course,
Well, and I
absolutely.
don't have to read on that. I can tell you just straight out, yeah. Um, but I will pull a card. Is KCT even here?
KCT, say hello.
Ring,
So
ring, ring. The phone's
let me,
ringing.
I
Answer.
I think she just needs to I know we need a phone, don't we? I
Yeah.
think she's just looking for some validation. Sometimes we just need to get that validation, that reassurance.
Yeah.
And KCT, are KCT's guides, spirits, and angels guiding her and her love? Yes. Are KCT's guides supporting her and her love, or KCT and her love? Yes. Um, is KCT going to be staying positive with all this guidance and support? Yes. Will I'm going to ask the opposite. Will KCT's spirit guides leave her at any time? No, that's my no. No. So, yeah, yes, she's here. And
Okay.
yeah, so your spirit guides are guiding and supporting you and your love this week. Absolutely, for sure.
Well, I pulled for you intention, and that's an owl. That's a symbol of spirit. Spirit tends to use owls as a symbolism, and it's sitting on one hell of a large egg there. But it says deliberate, clear intentions have the power to change your world.
Hmm.
So when you feel inspired for something and you set that intention, then you believe it 100%. Even if it hadn't happened yet, you believe it like it's already happened. And they will, it's amazing the things spirit will do to move mountains to bring that to you. Or it will literally put up the roadblock and say, not yet. It's not time, and they'll stop you in your tracks. So, a no isn't always something bad. Sometimes it's to protect us because we're not ready for that yes answer yet. So we just have to, it's very frustrating, I know, but
Yeah, stay positive, KCT, and
absolutely.
keep your eye on the light. And know that your spirit guides and angels are supporting and guiding you and your love. I feel as though you guys are going through a tough time, and we're all here supporting you as well as your spirit guides and angels for sure. Well, thank you very much for your question, and yeah, I'm sure everything's going to turn out okay. Aw. Gypsy JJ is here. Hi, Gypsy JJ. So nice to see you. Let me see what we have. Sweet and Salty is here, and she said she wants to know if she's going to have any complications passing the
Yeah,
stone.
she still got that damn kidney stone that hadn't passed yet. Ouch. Every time I think about it, it makes me hurt.
I had kidney stones when I was younger,
I've
and boy,
never
oh
had
boy,
one,
oh my.
but my husband got a few of them, and I watched him go through it. It was like, I don't ever want one of those. Please
Mm-hmm.
don't send anyone my way.
Mm-hmm.
And because I know they can be painful.
No complications. I do feel as though it might be painful, but it's no complications. I feel as though you're going to have, yeah, uh, it'll definitely be noticeable, discomfort, um, but I don't think there'll be any complications. Is what the pendulum, what I get when I check with the pendulum. Hmm.
Well, I pull the King of Earth. It says a successful time, confidently accept the opportunities. This is just telling me that, yeah, it's going to go through. You're going to be okay. And then I pull the Seven of Pentacles, which again is, hard work. It's going to take hard work to get that sucker through. So, but it will happen and you'll be the better for it. So, and I really, like Jean was saying, I don't feel like you're going to have any like major complications or anything. A little discomfort, but go
Hmm.
stub your toe real good. That hurts too.
They're very unpredictable little buggers. They can sneak out without you even knowing it. So I don't know if you're having it monitored or who knows? Who knows?
I've
It's
never had one and I don't want one.
and sometimes they just stay put and they don't come out for another 6 months
Yeah.
or so. And that's the thing, you just never know when it's gonna happen. Have you been flying anywhere? I do know that they say if you fly, sometimes, it becomes more noticeable.
Oh, could be
Yeah.
the air pressure change.
Yep. Mhm, the pressure on the bladder for sure. Um, so Sharon O'Brien is here, and she said she would love to hear from her grandmothers I've never met, Helene and Grace. They never met each other either. Okay,
Oh,
interesting.
wow. How cool is that?
Helene and Grace.
They're showing me love, just big love. Love for you.
They are saying that you say that you've never met, but they met you before you came into this world, and they're saying that they are aware and watching over you, and that the ties of family are very strong. Um, I can't tell which one is talking. They almost seem to be talking in unison. Um, I almost feel like one of them was within just like a phone call away for a certain time early in your. They're saying that they were able. They knew you from your mom talking about you. Like they knew about you, they knew of you, they felt like they got to meet you at in that regard, even though you may never not have been in the same room together. They're saying they still sent you love and blessings, they sent you presents, they still send you blessings. They send you whispers, and they're saying, try to be kind to yourself, that sometimes you may be a little hard on yourself. You expect a lot out of yourself, and they want you to sort of relax and don't sweat the small stuff. Let things roll by. Um, and just because we made a mistake doesn't mean we have to carry it like a cross throughout the rest of our lives. It's that the mistake was there for us to learn the lesson and to move on, not to carry it through the rest of our lives. They're saying to lighten up the load and be kind to yourself, and to let things roll off of your back. And that's what they want to tell you. How about you, Sherry?
All right. Well, the first thing I got was the moon, Archangel Haniel. Is that how you say that? I think it's Haniel,
Hmm.
Haniel.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, and it just talks about important psychic insights. So, they're there kind of giving you those little shots in the dark when suddenly you realize something or know something or think something, or you get that feeling that something's danger in that direction, don't go that way. That's them. They've got the angels there protecting you, and they're there to keep an eye on you as well. And the next card I drew was strength. They see you as strong, as the strong one, and that you're the one that can carry the burden of the family as far as what may be needed on a family basis. That you're the one they rely on. They've given you their strength combined. And I'm getting goosebumps just sitting here talking about it. It's up and down my spine. Um, yeah, Yeah. Wow. They really got your back.
That's beautiful. That's really nice. And I love the goosebumps. And she did confirm that they did pass before she was born. And
That's
yeah,
okay. That
I
don't mean
think
they can't miss you.
your mom still told them about you. Um, maybe through her prayers and her dreams.
That's it.
Oh my gosh. So nice, so nice. I'm really looking forward to. I don't know if everybody knows that Sherry is going to be having a big party. She's going to be help coordinating, and it's going to be on multiple channels, right?
Yeah, multiple I mean, it's basically on Mel's channel, Mel Dore, the Aloha Psychic. But there's a whole bunch of us that are all going to simulcast at the same time. So, um, I know I'm simulcasting. I think Aiden is simulcasting. I know Val is simulcasting. I haven't checked in on the thing today, so I don't know who else might be simulcasting as well. But like I said, we had a pretty big response back. That yeah, I'll be there. So that's good. That's I just want everything to go good for him because he called me last night around 8:30, 9 o'clock last night, and he's like, "I'm sorry to call you so late, but what do I need to do for tomorrow?" And I said, "Show up." He says, "No, but what do I need to do? I need to email something out." I was like, "No, just show up. It's your party." I said, "We got it. We're taking care of everything. You just show up. That's your responsibility. Show up and have fun. That's it." I said,
He's the
we
guest of
got the
honor,
rest.
right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
we got the rest. So he was like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "I'm positive. I don't need to send the link." I said, "No, I already sent the link." I said, "Now send it again just before showtime, just in case, because I
Right.
know I tend to lose them sometimes. If I don't remember to star them and put them in a special folder so that I don't lose track.
Hmm.
Otherwise,
Well,
you get,
I can put it on my community page too. That's a good suggestion.
yeah,
Just pop out the link that everybody's doing. I think that's going to be so much fun. And Rose Blue says she's going to be there with bells on.
good.
So nice, so nice. We hope to see everybody there.
Well,
And
and I'm toying with the idea if depending, on how it runs, if there comes a point in time when everybody is kind of cycled through that's going to pop on. If Mel is agreeable to it, I might just stick the link in the chat and let some of the chat come in
mhm,
and say hello. That's what I would like to do. So I'm
mhm,
assuming he won't have an issue with that, but we'll see. And
mhm.
so and a
Yeah,
few other surprises up our sleeves. So
that'll be a
um,
lot of fun. And so Sherry's going to be heading over there and getting started on her work, getting some things taken care of. And later on today, here on my channel, I'm going to be hosting Priscilla from um, the Crone Zone. And we're going to be talking about one of her spiritual journeys that we did together. And
she's
it's going to
sweetheart.
be really, interesting. And here's the Crone Zone. She's
Here
here
she
now.
is,
My
speaking
phone
of bells.
call.
She pops in.
Good afternoon, ladies, she says. Good afternoon, Priscilla. So, yeah, we're going to be reviewing one of her spiritual journeys that we did together. And it was really very enlightening and very magical, whimsical. And it's just, we love to share it with you guys because it's like nothing else I've ever
Yeah,
experienced. It's
it's
really,
like
and it
some
takes
of the
you. Hmm?
I said it's like some of the shaman classes I've taken from Danny. Uh, Bathrobe
Bethroom
Tarot.
Tarot.
I
Hmm.
went blank for a minute. I've taken a couple of his shaman classes that he's done, and it's just amazing the I guess the trips that you take when he starts walking you through the process, and then it's amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. And Arthur from Ease Your Mind, he
Hmm.
does these wonderful meditations that are on his channel. Yesterday morning, because I go sit outside in the morning when I get up, drink my coffee, smoke a cigarette, just check my email on my phone, and I thought about it. I thought, nobody's up, nobody's around. I'm going to do one of his meditations. And so I had my earbuds in and I turned it on and I had it set down and I had my eyes closed and I was just sitting in the chair. Well, I didn't realize about 20, 25 minutes into it, my son came out and he's talking away to me and he was like, he freaked out because I didn't respond. I didn't blink. I didn't look up. I didn't acknowledge that he was. It's like I did not hear him. And usually, even with my earbuds in, I would hear him come out. Until it wasn't until he reached over and shook me. He was like, "Mom, are you okay?" He was like in a panic. He didn't know. He thought I had a stroke or something sitting there.
Oh.
I was like, "No, I was in a meditation." So I got to tell Arthur that was a good one. I was so gone. I didn't even see or hear anything going on around me, and it's usually that doesn't happen with me. So, of course, gave my son a little scare. He's,
It
he's
is
like, "Don't
very
do that
uplifting,
anymore."
and it does
Um,
kind of, just transport you for sure.
yeah, yeah.
That's really neat. Wow. Um, yeah. So, Rose Blue says, oh no, okay, here, KCT says that thank you for your love and support today. It's given me strength. It will be good news. Blessings to you both. You're welcome,
You're welcome,
KCT.
KCT.
And I think that, um,
I think we got everybody, huh?
Sharon, what was it?
Oh, okay. Tired of being the one everyone relies on. Yeah, I know it.
This is Sweet and Salty was saying that it was her third stone. She said she
Oh,
was concerned, but it's the third one, and it's if you're susceptible, you're susceptible. They may be,
yeah.
and she said before or after Christmas, I'll check for you. And she's saying that
Yeah,
surgery
I'll ask
is
right now.
needed.
Gonna
I don't
pass
know if you
before
have
or
the
after Christmas?
yeah.
Is it gonna pass? Is it gonna pass before Christmas? No. Is it gonna pass after Christmas? Yes. It just freaks me out when it just mid swing will change directions. It's like because I balance my elbow on my hand so that my arm doesn't shake when I'm holding it up. And I'm just holding it. It's like,
Yep. So I think you'll have a lovely Christmas. Um, yeah,
yep.
there's many different techniques, and they're really good at when you said that surgery is needed. Um, yeah.
But I
Well,
don't think it's as drawn out of a surgery as it used to be, right? I think it's gotten a lot better.
hmm
Maybe go in and zip zap it and bust it up so it can, if it's too big. I think that's what they did with my husband. It was too big, and they had to go in and like zap it with the whatever it is they use and bust it up. He still wasn't happy, but I was like, well, hey, at least it's coming out, so don't complain. Um,
hmm I remember I had one during the snowstorm. There was like that big I don't know whether it was 2018 or 2015 or something like that, and there was like days and days where nobody could get out because the snow plows wouldn't come around or couldn't come around. And the doctor told me, here, you take this pill if you can't get to the hospital in one day. You take this pill if you can't get to the hospital in 2 days, and you take this pill if you're in for a week. And I'm like, what?
oh my
Yeah,
God. But
it
it's
was,
like here
and
it's not getting snowed in. Here it's a hurricane came through, and so you have to swim there if you if you want to get anywhere because everything's underwater. If there's a big storm surge.
did you
Uh,
have the hurricane yesterday? Somebody from Western Tennessee was asking us about a
no, we
hurricane.
didn't we
Okay.
didn't have any this year. I mean there was a few that made it to the Gulf, but they kind of swung over towards Mexico. Um, and they most of them petered out before they got. I think the island south of us got hit with a couple of like threes, but I don't think any of those even
hmm
got that big.
I Now that you say that, I think it was a tornado, not a hurricane, in Western Tennessee. I was on with Mark the Spirit Whisperer, and somebody asked about
Yeah, yeah, I
the
saw.
oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. Yep, that's what Rose Blue is saying. Tornado is in
Yeah,
Tennessee. You're right.
we get tornadoes down here, but they're kind of rare. I mean, we're more likely to get a tornado when a hurricane hits because the weather gets so churned up. And I mean, it has happened. We get them. We're more susceptible to them now than we used to be, and that's because of climate change. Because everything's getting so much hotter, and the air coming in off the Gulf is a lot warmer. The water in the Gulf is a lot warmer than normal. And when you start getting those cold fronts sweeping in from the plains, I mean, that's just asking for some storms. But I mean, we had a rip roaring thunderstorm come through last night, lasted for several hours, but the wind didn't even blow that hard. It was mostly just rain and thunder and lightning. It wasn't that bad. I know I talked to Lori from Positive Change, however you say it, earlier, and she was like, saying last minute she's having to cancel to go on Mel's because that same storm is getting ready to hit her in Florida.
Oh my
And
gosh.
she's like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do my private thing today on Zoom because I don't my internet may go out. I'm like, been there, I know what that's like.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. Well, we hope everybody stays safe during these unpredictable weather situations that are
yeah,
popping. And just want to say thank you very much, Sherry, for coming on, doing a
thank you
couple
for
readings,
inviting me.
teaching me all the good stuff, and really just your presence. It brings so much cheer to all of us, and you're
Oh,
so
thank you.
inspiring. I love
I
to
feel
have.
the same way about you. You inspire me. I mean, I watch you when you do your mediumship, and I'm like, damn, man, it just comes. He's like, and
It,
I'm still struggling with. I'm still learning. So
yep, lots
getting
of
a little better,
practice.
a little
Lots
better.
of
Just yeah,
practice. It
just take
comes, it
practice.
comes. Yeah. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do for sure
Yeah,
is get, and I'm still developing and learning.
that's
Yeah,
it.
it's amazing. It's amazing what you can see. But we want to
Yeah.
thank each and every one of you who are here and who asked your questions, and those of you who supported everybody asking their questions. And we're going to have uh, Priscilla from the Crone Zone coming back on at 3 p.m. today. Please do stick around. And then Sherry's going to have Mel Door's party at it's
3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern.
yep, yep.
And
So it's a busy, fun-filled, festive day. So
it
everybody
is.
have a
It is.
wonderful
That's
time.
like I said, I put on my party hair and did all my stuff and figured, well, I'll go ahead and just dress now and be done with it.
I
I think
love it.
lunch is done, so I'm gonna go zap my food and eat.
There you
Um,
go. There you
but
go.
and just to go ahead and get it out, let everybody know I haven't done a thumbnail or anything yet. I'm gonna go live Christmas Day, like probably later in the afternoon after everybody's kind of done all their family stuff, and just gonna kind of put it out. If anybody wants to hop on and join me, they're welcome, and or if they just want to come hang in the chat, whatever.
After the nap, right? Everybody
Yeah,
takes a nap.
after the nap, most definitely after the nap. So, um, yeah,
That
because
sounds
I'll
like
be up
fun.
early cooking. So after the nap, then we'll get online and do something. I don't know
Oh,
what, just hang out and talk about what Santa brought. Yeah,
that sounds like a lot of fun there, Sherry. Well,
thank
thanks
you.
again, everybody. Have a great afternoon. Take care. Bye bye.